Welcome back to SHIB Planet. Shiba Inu's Bone token has been skyrocketing for the past week. It's currently showing a 91% gain over the past week and a whopping 140% gain over the past month. And this is exactly what we've been expecting this month because we are just weeks away from the launch of this token's main utility. And so today we're going to give the limelight to Shiba Inu's Bone token, and we're going to discuss exactly what has been causing this token to soar, and I'll also do a price prediction to see how high it can continue to climb over the next few weeks. Welcome back to SHIB Planet, everyone. This is Ace. If you've been paying attention to the recent updates, you would have been quietly preparing your Bone tokens, and if so, this is going to be a very good month for you. Let's discuss if there's still time for new investors to jump into the Bone token. Alright guys, let's jump right to it. Alright guys, according to recent data from CoinMarketCap, Bone token is up about 25% over the past 24 hours, and it has seen a massive 30% spike in increase in volume. And if we scroll down and we look at the chart and we shift it to the 1 month section, Bone token has jumped a massive 140% over the past month after being fairly stagnant around about the 50-cent mark for most of the past 3 to 4 weeks. And most of these gains, they came just over this past week alone, and it's actually near its high for this year, showing a price of $1.16, which is up from less than 50 cents for the past month. Okay guys, let's run a quick simulation and see the typical performance of the Bone token. Last week, if you purchased Bone token, the price was roughly about 48 cents. So if we purchased a, let's say $1,000 amount of Bone token, let's see how much that would have got us. I'll use our simulator here and I'll just put 1,000 and click the buy button. That would have got us about just over a little over 2,000 Bone tokens. So I'll just enter that on our simulator over here. And that was the price last week. So what I'm just going to do is increase the market cap so it can get to the price where we're at this time. So we know that it has certainly doubled from last month. So we're definitely over 71 million. And I'm just going to add about 15 million to the market cap so it can get us to, this is the price where we're at today. So we've put on a massive 35 million plus 15 million in volume, which has been added to the market cap. So that means that basically your $1,000, if you had bought $1,000 worth of Bone token during the stagnant price last time, it would have now become $2,400. So you would have put on a massive $1,400 just in the past few weeks, and that is pretty awesome. And while this is great news for new buyers of the Bone token, for those of you who've held Bone token for a while, it's actually just getting back closer to its previous bull market average, which was around about the $3 mark, and a little bit higher than that. So to me, this suggests that there's still at least another 100% upside potential from this point, especially as we draw closer to the launch of SHIBARIUM. Okay, before we talk about exactly why this is happening, let's quickly recap the importance of the Bone token in the Shiba Inu ecosystem for our newer community members. So basically, Shiba Inu is a community project which functions as an ecosystem of 3 main flagship tokens of SHIB, LEASH, and Bone. And Bone is actually the governance token of the Shiba Inu ecosystem. And as a governance token, it allows members of the community to place votes on various proposals which affect the entire project. And at the moment, the main votes which are currently actively being voted on for are actually the various crypto pairs which are currently listed on ShibaSwap, which is Shiba Inu's decentralized exchange. So basically all these pairs here have been voted in by the community, and these pretty much get updated and re-ranked and reallocated every week, every month actually, according to the votes which the community has placed. Also, Bone token allows for more generic proposals which affect the ecosystem, and the most recent generic vote was made to allow for minting of Bone tokens to be limited to 230 million tokens instead of 250 million tokens, which was its initial intended maximum. And this was done so that we can leave 20 million Bone tokens to be allowed for allocation to validators on the new SHIBARIUM Layer 2 blockchain, which is set for launch within a matter of weeks. And speaking about SHIBARIUM, Bone token is actually going to be used to power Shiba Inu's Layer 2 blockchain. And this means that Bone tokens are going to be the gas token for absolutely every single transaction which will occur. So that means buying, selling, swapping, staking, providing liquidity, minting NFTs, and all manner of transactions which are going to take place on the Shiba Inu metaverse, and also any Shiba Inu blockchain games which are going to be built going forward, and also the Shiba Inu decentralized marketplace, where transactions like from Wellies and any other businesses which are going to be adopting this model are going to have to use Bone tokens. And it's this main reason why the price keeps going up. Basically, you'll need a Bone token in order to function on Shibarium. But I don't actually think that you'll need much, to be honest, because transactions on any layer 2, they often cost a fractions of a cent. So even as little as $10 should be sufficient for the casual user of ShibaSwap to be able to make multiple trades over the coming months even. And it's just that the earlier that you buy, the more that you'll be able to get, and the easier that you'll be able to transact on when things like the metaverse and ShibaSwap 2.0 end up launching. And let's see what the lead officer of the Shiba Inu project has to say. This is what Shiboshis said. He says, "Well, looks like Bone woke up. #Shib, #Shibarium, #ShibArmy." And I think he's actually one of the big reasons for the most recent spike over the past 24 hours. Okay, here are the other real reasons Bone token is going up. Basically, the value proposition for this token has gone much higher, especially with the Shibarium being launched soon. So basically, this means that exchanges are going to see the relevance in listing Bone token because its utility has gone up dramatically. You see, exchanges, what they do is they like to see a combination of utility and an active community in order to substantiate listing a token. And in some cases, it actually doesn't even have to be both. In special cases, only an active community is actually quite enough for a listing. For example, with Dogecoin and Shiba Inu last year. But the significance or the special thing about Bone token, it actually has both a community and very relevant utility. So I think that's going to make it quite a magnet for exchanges to begin to want to list it. And actually, guys, check this out. According to CoinMarketCap, Gate.io is actually one of the crypto exchanges, and it's actually ranked 6th out of all the exchanges according to trading volume. And it's 6th after the likes of Coinbase, Binance, KuCoin, and even FTX. And at the moment, Gate.io is actually willing to list Bone token if we get enough votes. And if you remember last year, Shiba Inu actually skyrocketed off the backs of listings such as these. And this is what they say on their Twitter. They recently set looks like a competition to be able to list some tokens, and one of them which was listed was Bone token. So the various communities of these tokens are going to be voting to be able to see which one Gate.io will place. The most recent poll said that select 3 out of 10 projects with the most votes to enter into the final round. And at the moment, according to the recent poll, we're currently ranked 3rd after the likes of Volt, Inu, and Loop. And so I do suggest that even if you're not a Bone holder, vote for Bone token. Because the way that I see it, we are an ecosystem, and attention on one token actually brings attention to the whole ecosystem of SHIB, LEASH, etc. If you guys remember, when Shiba Inu pumped last year, it also caused a lot of attention on both LEASH and Bone token, and their respective prices went up. So I do think that if a similar thing happens to the Bone token, some people might begin to wonder why. And when they find out that it's because Shiba Inu now has a layer 2 blockchain, they'll begin to take the ecosystem a lot more seriously, because many people actually don't even know that Shibarium is a Shiba Inu initiative, and many people still think Shiba Inu is actually just a meme. And that's why I do say that the success of one token automatically becomes the success of the other ones. And to prove that, let's just take a look at the ecosystem prices at the moment. SHIB was just recently trading at about the 12,000 unit mark. LEASH has exploded to about $526, and I think yesterday it was even $100 less than that. And as you know, Bone token, has been well above $1 today, even hitting a top of about $1.17. So all these ecosystem prices are actually pumping at the moment. I like this summary from Shibazam from Twitter. He says on his profile, a bit of info for those of you who are not sure about the importance of Bone. Here you go, hashtag SHIB, SHIBANET, Metaverse, and SHIBARIUM. And if I look at his graphic here, it says that the governance native token, Bone, that's Bone token of the Shiba Inu ecosystem. He says, why Bone? Things to come. SHIBARIUM blockchain, Bone is the gas token. ShibaSwap version 2, it runs on SHIBARIUM and it uses Bone on every transaction. SHIBANET, which is the decentralized marketplace, it also runs on SHIBARIUM and uses Bone on every transactions. The Metaverse, which is being prepared by the third floor, those Disney animators, it also runs on SHIBARIUM. It's going to use Bone token for every transaction. The Shiboshis NFT game, when that gets released either at the end of this year or early next year, it also runs on SHIBARIUM and uses Bone token on every transaction. And then the DAO, which is the Doggy DAO, the governance ecosystem, I think I mentioned that earlier. And also Bone allows for 15% ownership of the entire Wellies. And I'm not sure if this is Bone token or if it's SHIB token. My understanding it was SHIB, but either way, I do give this guy props for summarizing all of this for us to have a look at. And also, there's another exchange called StealthX, which is thinking of listing Bone token. And so far, Bone token is actually ranked #1 as a #1 favorite. This is what they had to say. They say, it's time to evaluate possible listings. We've had quite some projects in mind lately, but it's actually these 3 tokens, and Bone is one of them, that seem to be the brightest. And it says, share your vote for the coin of your liking and looking for the most active community. And at the moment, it looks like Bone token is actually on track to be listed on this exchange. And as we know, exchange listings are a catalyst for price increases. So you see, exchange listings do matter. Another Twitter account here, this one from Bone Army here, he puts here that what happens when Bone gets listed on big exchanges. And as you know, Shiba Inu and Dogecoin have been listed on all the major exchanges, and we've seen the success of these. However, Bone at the moment is still not listed on any of them, but it's still pumping even in this bear market. So what happens if it gets listed on all major exchanges? So that's another thing which we're sort of looking out for. And I've got another piece here which shows Bone token is dominating various charts this week. Another metric has put Bone token as the #3 according to this week's Lunar Crush Galaxy score. It's in the top 10 of this Lunar Crush Galaxy score, and we see Bone token slightly behind the Pancake Swap token. So as you can see, Bone token is indeed waking up even in a bear market. So you can imagine what might happen if it did list on more major exchanges and when an eventual bull cycle starts again. And for those of you who often ask where you can buy Bone token, if you go to CoinMarketCap and you click on the markets, it'll show you all the places where you can get Bone token. The simplest, in my opinion, is probably ShibaSwap, and where you can simply swap your Ethereum or any other Ethereum-based token, even SHIB, you can swap it over to some Bone tokens if you like. And there are also a number of smaller exchanges who also list Bone tokens. So if you don't want to use a decentralized exchange, you can probably use these ones here. But I think if you're not familiar with using ShibaSwap, it's probably a good idea to start using ShibaSwap because the gas fee is actually really low at the moment, and it's always better to have your own keys for your crypto. And so before I wrap up, let's just do a quick simulation of see the price potential of this particular token. I personally think that Bone token should be able to get to a top of maybe $3, between the months of September and even October. And then your guess is as good as mine after that, because there's still a lot of macro activity which is affecting the market. So I'm just going to pump this as high as I can to try and get to as close as we can to the $3 point. So at about $3.50, we would need a market cap of roughly over 250 million to be able to get to $3.50, and that $1,000 which we did at the beginning would have become $7.4 thousand. And that is my short to medium term upside prediction for Bone token. And long term prediction, I do think, let's just say by 2025, it's actually quite possible for this token to go well over $1 billion, even if it doesn't become a top 100 token. Because if you remember, in the last bull cycle, many tokens which were still even in the top 200, even 250, managed to hit $1 billion, and that was in a bull cycle. So in a bull environment, I'll try pump this as much as my simulator can allow. Maybe I'll just try and take it to $1 billion. Let's see what that does. At close to $1 billion. As long as the circulating supply remains more or less the same, we're looking at a $13 price of for the bone token. And when that happens, your guess is as good as mine, but your $1,000 would have become $28,000 if you had bought last week. But once again, this is just a fun simulation to see the price potential of this token. And I think that pretty much sums it up for today's video, guys. I really don't see why we can't see another 100% gain on the bone token between now and at least the end of September, maybe beginning of October. But you actually don't have to buy the bone token, in my opinion. But I think it's still good to support the rest of the ecosystem, because it brings attention to all the amazing things being done in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. I will put a link to the Gate.io vote for those of you guys who are interested, and I'll also try to put a link to the stealth exchange. But it looks like we're going to win that one anyway. Once again, guys, if you enjoy the way I cover the Shiba Inu ecosystem, the best way you can continue to support this channel is by simply hitting the like button and also leaving any relevant Shiba Inu related comment, as this really helps the channel out. And let me know if you guys have never held the bone token before, are you beginning to see the importance of this token in the ecosystem now? Once again, thank you so much for watching, everyone. This is Ace. Peace.